One of our core areas of practice is breach of contract. Many of our cases deal with situations where a contract's been breached, and in many contracts, you'll see a clause that requires arbitration. And so what that means is that if there's a dispute, instead of going to court with that dispute, you have to go before an arbitration panel. Typically, you can go before the AAA, there's JAMS, there's a lot of different organizations that do arbitrations, but typically you're going to find yourself there instead of in court. I think if you're a business owner trying to decide whether you should or should not include an arbitration clause, I think you want to look at what you're trying to prevent. If you're a business that deals with retail consumers, I think an arbitration clause can be a very good idea because you're having to interact frequently with the public and because consumer cases can be dangerous. I think that if you are a business owner who deals typically with other business owners, I think there's less of an advantage to doing that. I think those types of cases may be handled better in litigation. The downsides of an arbitration are several. If you have an arbitration clause, your case is going to be decided by an arbitrator and not a judge. If it's a bad case, say you've been sued and the case doesn't have merit, a judge can get rid of the case at a relatively early stage. There are procedures in place which will allow the judge to do that. In my experience, oftentimes, even if the arbitrator has the ability to get rid of the case, they don't. They want to hear evidence. And so a case that might have gone away at the very beginning, it may take months and months and months for the arbitrator to finally look at the case and get rid of it, even if it's a case that has no merit. We've handled arbitrations for clients in front of the American Arbitration Association, JAMS, FINRA, as well as scores of arbitrations that are private, that are just the parties and lawyers or retired judges. So if you have an arbitration you need help with, call DLM LAW.